opportunity to network with others, to get to know this facility, and to be proud of the fact that you are each part of something worldwide called Service Above Self, and making the world a better, more peaceful, healthful place to live. Just like the goals and the purpose of the United Nations, we are all one. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your day.
So I had been a member for a year when I saw an opportunity to help the flood victims in Pakistan. Although the UN had stated the disaster to be of such a high magnitude, there was little assistance or aid to the affected for many reasons.
So I wanted him to go in and have a meeting with our interactors to inspire them and show them that they can go far in life, how they can be from point A and make it all the way to the top. So he got there, he showed them where he came from, his parents' background, how he grew up as an average kid, nothing special, and how he worked his way up to the top, and now he's working with the White House, and he has a very strong chance of having a great political career.
What you have accomplished since you started is pretty impressive, and you should be very proud of it.
Thank you.
This is one of the first middle school Interact clubs in the world. Does anyone have any questions?
But thanks to the Rotary District 7210, me and my fellow Interact members were given a chance to represent our school here at the UN. After today, we will be one step closer to becoming mature adults. We will go back to school and share all the things we have learned at the UN. We will do what's right for our school, our community, and for our world. I'd like to thank the Interact Club and the UN for letting me speak today, and I'd like to thank everyone for coming out, so thank you.
Hi, I'm Francine Allard, and I work locally in Kingston with the Cataraqui-Kingston Rotary Club as Youth Exchange Chair, and then in District 7040, I'm a correspondent with the Youth Exchange Committee.
I'm Sherry Agnew. I'm a Rotarian with the Rotary Club of Kingston, Ontario, and I'm also involved with the District 7040 Youth Exchange Committee as Vice Chair and Step Coordinator.
Now, for the past few years, Rotary International has been an invited guest of the UN, where the UN has allowed for Rotary to spend the day and talk to youth and adults about what it is to be a part of the world. And I think understanding that it's not just about us, that there are others out there, we can realize what impacts we individually can have. And I thought it was very important to get our youth involved in that so they can see what the world really is beyond them.
I can see a lot of lasers, which makes me really happy and makes me wish that I had mine here. So can you raise your hand if you're a youth exchange student right now, or have been? Nice. So I think I don't really need to tell you how awesome it is, but I'm going to try. It's one of the hardest things to ever have to put into words, but the basics. It's actually been going for 75 years. Over 80 countries are involved, and each year there are 8,000 students experiencing what is pretty much the best year of your lives, right? Yeah?
Rotary Youth Exchange is a great program because even though we go only to one country for a year, we get to learn about the whole world just through the other exchange students that are there, and we get to learn about the different cultures, learn bits of different languages, and of course our home language that we're in our native country. Ditto.
And I'm an exchange student because I think it's 1 year of my life that will change all the years of my whole life, and it's something that I'll meet friends from all over the world, and maybe they'll be my whole life beside me.
I'm a Rotarian because of the Youth Exchange program. I was a youth exchange student in 1986-87 to Sweden, and I was actually the first student that the Kingston Rotary Club sent out. So I have come back to Rotary as a Rotarian 10 years ago, and really because of the youth exchange program and what it gave to me.
So essentially you spend, there's either short term or long term, you spend either 6 weeks to 3 months or an entire year in a foreign country. There you have a host Rotary club, you have a host family, you get to travel, experience the culture, you get to eat really interesting foods.
But a lot of times when we go to different places where cultures are different and there's linguistic barriers, it's really hard. So part of that transition is really learning how to interact with other people using things other than language, using body language, using signals, using signs, using drawings, learning those different methods that you can utilize to communicate with each other.
2 เดือนที่มาที่นี่ได้มีประสบการณ์ที่นี่เยอะแต่ว่าเราได้อยู่ที่โรงเรียนก็จริงแต่ว่าถ้าสมมติว่าเรามาเจอเพื่อนด้วยกันเจอเพื่อนที่มาจากหลายประเทศ
I think the Rotary Youth Exchange program is truly changing the world, one student at a time. So whatever exposure we can give to them, to Rotary, to the work that Rotary does, to Rotarians, I think a lot of them will become Rotaractors and then Rotarians later in life.
I've been in Rotaract for 7 years, like I said. When I went to Durban, there was Rotaract around in South Africa, but it wasn't very strong. And so one of the things that I was really keen to do was to start a Rotaract club. And luckily for me, my host club, the Durban Berea Rotary Club, had somebody fantastic named Michaela, who had just gotten back from her youth exchange and was very excited to start a Rotaract club.
I became a member of Rotaract because it's a great way to get involved in so many different ways. You can really make a difference in the world because of the sheer connections you have to the rest of the world, to Rotaract and Rotary clubs everywhere. That's what makes the difference, being allowed to just be, and only in Kingston, Ontario, but make a difference over in El Salvador or in Haiti or wherever the problem may be. Because we have this connection, you have all these like-minded people across the world who are in the same group who want to do the same thing as you.
I joined Rotaract because I really enjoy volunteering and humanitarian work on both the local and international level. It's really nice to be a part of groups with like-minded people, and it's just neat to see people who come together to care, to protect, and to help those who are less fortunate.
The best thing about Rotary and Rotaract is that we're just ordinary people. None of us do this professionally. We're ordinary people who just have great ideas. So I want to encourage you to stick to those ideas. And just to let you know one thing, we did our first fundraiser within 2 months of being started. We're in Mozambique within 6 months of being started. Pretty much because we were just stubborn and we said this is going to happen and it's going to be awesome and we're going to make a difference. So I want to encourage you to just do that. Keep your ideas big.
Any questions? Please raise your hand and we'll come to you at the microphone.
But best of all, we were matching. Best trip ever!